Chapter 1: Understanding Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence is often referred to as a superpower because it enables individuals to navigate the complexities of human emotions with grace, understanding, and effectiveness. Unlike traditional intelligence, which is measured by IQ, emotional intelligence is about recognizing, understanding, and managing our own emotions as well as the emotions of others. In a world where interpersonal interactions are key to success, emotional intelligence stands out as a crucial skill set that can enhance both personal and professional life. What is emotional intelligence? At its core, emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive, use, understand, manage, and handle emotions. It consists of 5 key components. Self-awareness, the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions and how they affect your thoughts and behavior. This involves a deep understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, and the emotional triggers that influence your decisions. Self-regulation, the ability to control or redirect disruptive emotions and impulses and adapt to changing circumstances. It's about staying in control and making decisions that are not driven by emotional impulses. Motivation, a passion for work that goes beyond money or status and the ability to pursue goals with energy and persistence. Individuals with high emotional intelligence are often more motivated to achieve their goals and more resilient in the face of setbacks. Empathy, the ability to understand the emotions of others and respond appropriately. Empathy allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, making us better listeners, communicators, and leaders. Social skills, the ability to manage relationships and build networks. This involves effective communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to work well with others. These components are interrelated, and together they form the foundation of emotional intelligence. Unlike IQ, which is often considered static, emotional intelligence can be developed and enhanced over time through practice and self-reflection. The science behind emotions. Emotions are often thought of as intangible feelings that are hard to pin down, but they have a very real basis in the brain. Our emotions are controlled by the limbic system, a complex set of structures in the brain that includes the hypothalamus, hippocampus, and amygdala. The amygdala, in particular, plays a key role in processing emotions and is responsible for the fight or flight response when we encounter a threat. The prefrontal cortex, located in the front part of the brain, is responsible for higher-order thinking, decision-making, and regulating emotions. It works closely with the amygdala to control our emotional responses. When the amygdala senses danger, it can trigger an immediate emotional reaction, often before the rational part of our brain has time to process the situation. This is why we sometimes act impulsively when we're angry, scared, or stressed. However, with emotional intelligence, we can train our brain to recognize these emotional triggers and respond in a more controlled and thoughtful manner. This involves strengthening the connections between the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex, allowing us to better regulate our emotions and make decisions that are not solely based on emotional impulses. Why emotional intelligence matters. In today's fast-paced world, where success often hinges on our ability to work well with others, emotional intelligence is more important than ever. Studies have shown that people with high emotional intelligence are more likely to succeed in their careers, have better relationships, and enjoy greater overall well-being. One reason for this is that emotional intelligence enables us to navigate the social complexities of the workplace, build stronger relationships, and lead more effectively. It also helps us manage stress, make better decisions, and resolve conflicts more effectively. In a sense, emotional intelligence acts as a social lubricant, smoothing the way for positive interactions and reducing the friction that can arise from misunderstandings, miscommunications, and conflicts. Moreover, emotional intelligence is closely linked to leadership. Great leaders are not only smart and knowledgeable, they are also emotionally intelligent. They can read the emotions of their team members, understand their needs, and inspire them to perform at their best. Emotional intelligence allows leaders to build trust, foster collaboration, and create a positive work environment. Fun fact: the origins of emotional intelligence. The concept of emotional intelligence was popularized by psychologist Daniel Goleman in his groundbreaking 1995 book Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. However, the roots of emotional intelligence can be traced back much further. In the 1920s, psychologist Edward Thorndike referred to social intelligence as the ability to understand and manage people. In the 1940s, psychologist David Weschler suggested that there are non-intellectual factors, such as emotional factors, that can influence intelligence. It wasn't until the 1980s that the term emotional intelligence was coined by psychologists Peter Salovey and John D. Mayer, who defined it as a form of social intelligence that involves the ability to monitor one's own and others' feelings and emotions, to discriminate among them, and to use this information to guide one's thinking and actions. Goleman built on their work to create the framework of emotional intelligence that we use today. Wisdom quote: "A balanced perspective. It is very important to understand that emotional intelligence is not the opposite of intelligence. It is not the triumph of heart over head, it is the unique intersection of both." David Caruso. This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of emotional intelligence. It's not about choosing between emotions and logic, it's about integrating both to make well-rounded decisions. Emotional intelligence is about balance, using both our head and our heart to navigate the complexities of life. Historical anecdote: Abraham Lincoln's emotional resilience. One of the most powerful examples of emotional intelligence in history is Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. During the Civil War, Lincoln faced immense pressure, criticism, and personal loss. Despite these challenges, he maintained a remarkable level of emotional resilience. Lincoln was known for his ability to empathize with others, even his political opponents. He would often listen to their concerns and seek to understand their perspectives, which helped him build alliances and navigate the turbulent political landscape of the time. His ability to regulate his emotions and stay focused on his goals allowed him to lead the nation through one of its darkest periods. One of the key moments that showcased Lincoln's emotional intelligence was the writing of the Gettysburg Address. In just 272 words, Lincoln conveyed a profound sense of empathy, resolve, and hope. He managed to unite a divided nation by appealing to their shared values and humanity, rather than dwelling on the bitterness of the conflict. Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War is a testament to the power of emotional intelligence. His ability to understand and manage his own emotions while empathizing with others allowed him to lead with wisdom, compassion, and strength. Practical exercise: assessing your emotional intelligence. To understand where you stand in terms of emotional intelligence, it's helpful to start with a self-assessment. This simple exercise will give you insight into your current level of emotional intelligence and highlight areas where you can improve. Self-awareness. How often do you reflect on your emotions and how they impact your behavior? Do you know what triggers your strongest emotions, both positive and negative? Self-regulation. How well do you manage stress or frustration? Are you able to pause and think before reacting when you're upset? Motivation. Do you set personal goals that align with your values and passions? How do you stay motivated when faced with challenges? Empathy. How easily can you put yourself in someone else's shoes? Do you actively listen to others, seeking to understand their perspective? Social skills. How effective are you at communicating your thoughts and feelings? Do you find it easy to build rapport and connect with others? Take a moment to reflect on these questions and write down your thoughts. This self-assessment will serve as a starting point for your journey in developing your emotional intelligence. As you progress through this book, you will learn practical strategies to enhance each component of emotional intelligence, turning it into your very own superpower. Chapter 2: The Power of Self-Awareness. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and values, and how they impact your thoughts and behavior. When you are self-aware, you have a clear understanding of who you are and how you interact with the world around you. This chapter will explore the importance of self-awareness, how to develop it, and the profound impact it can have on your life. Why self-awareness is essential. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which the other components of emotional intelligence are built. Without it, it's challenging to regulate your emotions, empathize with others, or effectively manage relationships. Here's why self-awareness is so critical. Improved decision-making. When you understand your emotions, you're better equipped to make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. Instead of being driven by impulses or external pressures, you can choose actions that reflect your true self. Better relationships. Self-awareness helps you recognize how your behavior affects others. By understanding your emotional triggers, you can communicate more effectively, avoid misunderstandings, and build stronger, more meaningful connections. Increased resilience. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses allows you to navigate challenges with greater resilience. You're more likely to bounce back from setbacks because you understand your limits and how to overcome them. Personal growth. Self-awareness is a key driver of personal growth. It encourages you to reflect on your experiences, learn from them, and continuously strive to improve. This ongoing process of self-reflection and learning is what propels you toward becoming the best version of yourself. The science of self-awareness. Self-awareness is deeply rooted in the brain's structure and function. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for higher-order thinking, plays a crucial role in self-awareness. This area of the brain allows us to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, and actions, enabling us to gain insight into our behavior. Interestingly, self-awareness is a uniquely human trait. While some animals exhibit a basic form of self-awareness, humans possess the ability to think about our thinking, known as metacognition. This ability allows us to reflect on our experiences, analyze our behavior, and make conscious choices about how we respond to the world around us. Studies have shown that people with higher levels of self-awareness tend to have better mental health, stronger relationships, and greater success in their careers. This is because self-awareness enables us to understand our emotions, manage stress, and communicate more effectively with others. Fun fact: the mirror test and self-awareness. One of the most famous experiments related to self-awareness is the mirror test, developed by psychologist Gordon Gallup in the 1970s. The test involves placing a mark on an animal's body, where it can only be seen in a mirror. If the animal recognizes the mark and tries to remove it, it is considered to have self-awareness. Chimpanzees, elephants, dolphins, and some birds have passed the mirror test, demonstrating a level of self-awareness. However, humans are the only species known to possess a fully developed sense of self that includes the ability to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Historical anecdote: Socrates and the power of knowing yourself. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, "Know thyself." This simple yet profound statement encapsulates the essence of self-awareness. Socrates believed that self-knowledge was the key to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. He encouraged his followers to engage in self-reflection and examine their beliefs, values, and actions. Socrates' method of inquiry, known as the Socratic method, involved asking a series of probing questions to help individuals uncover their own biases and assumptions. This process of self-examination was designed to lead to greater self-awareness and, ultimately, wisdom. Socrates' teachings remind us that self-awareness is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. It requires continuous reflection, questioning, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. However, the rewards of this journey are immense as it leads to greater clarity, purpose, and inner peace. Developing self-awareness, practical strategies. Self-awareness doesn't happen overnight. It requires intentional effort and practice. Here are some practical strategies to help you develop and enhance your self-awareness. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By regularly practicing mindfulness meditation, you can become more attuned to your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations. This heightened awareness allows you to observe your emotional responses without being overwhelmed by them, leading to greater self-awareness. Exercise. Start with a simple mindfulness meditation practice. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As you breathe in and out, notice any thoughts or emotions that arise without trying to change them. Simply observe them and let them pass. Practice this for 5 to 10 minutes each day to build your self-awareness. Journaling. Writing about your thoughts and feelings can be a powerful tool for self-awareness. Journaling allows you to explore your emotions, identify patterns in your behavior, and gain insight into your inner world. By regularly writing about your experiences, you can develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Exercise. Set aside time each day to journal about your experiences and emotions. Write about any significant events, how they made you feel, and how you responded. Over time, review your journal entries to identify recurring themes or patterns in your behavior. Seek feedback. Sometimes we are blind to our own behavior, and it can be helpful to seek feedback from others. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for honest feedback about how you come across and how your behavior affects others. This feedback can provide valuable insights that you may not have been aware of. Exercise. Identify someone you trust and ask them for feedback on specific areas where you'd like to improve. For example, you might ask, "How do you perceive my communication style?" Or, "Do you notice any patterns in how I handle stress?" Be open to their feedback and use it as an opportunity for growth. Reflect on your values. Understanding your core values is a key aspect of self-awareness. Your values are the principles that guide your behavior and decisions. By reflecting on what matters most to you, you can ensure that your actions align with your true self. Exercise. Take some time to identify your core values. Write down a list of values that are important to you, such as honesty, compassion, or creativity. Then, reflect on how these values influence your decisions and behavior. Are there areas where your actions are not aligned with your values? If so, consider what changes you can make to live more authentically. Emotional check-ins. Regularly checking in with your emotions can help you stay connected to your inner self. Throughout the day, pause and ask yourself, "How am I feeling right now, and what is causing me to feel this way?" By acknowledging your emotions, you can better understand what triggers them and how they influence your behavior. Exercise. Set a reminder on your phone to pause and check in with your emotions at different times throughout the day. When the reminder goes off, take a moment to assess how you're feeling and why. Over time, this practice will help you become more attuned to your emotional state. Wisdom quote: embracing self-awareness. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Carl Jung. Carl Jung, a pioneering psychologist, understood the importance of self-awareness in achieving personal growth and fulfillment. His quote reminds us that true clarity and insight come from looking within ourselves. By developing self-awareness, we awaken to our true potential and gain the ability to shape our lives in meaningful ways. The impact of self-awareness on your life. Developing self-awareness is a transformative process that can have a profound impact on every aspect of your life. When you are self-aware, you are better equipped to manage your emotions, make informed decisions, and build healthier relationships. You gain a deeper understanding of yourself, which allows you to live more authentically and with greater purpose. Self-awareness also enhances your ability to lead and inspire others. Leaders who are self-aware are more effective because they understand their strengths and weaknesses and can leverage them to achieve their goals. They are also more empathetic, able to connect with others on a deeper level, and create an environment of trust and collaboration. In essence, self-awareness is the key to unlocking your full potential. It empowers you to navigate the complexities of life with confidence, resilience, and wisdom. As you continue on your journey of developing emotional intelligence, remember that self-awareness is the first and most important step. By cultivating this superpower, you set the stage for personal growth, meaningful relationships, and lasting success. Chapter 3: Mastering Self-Regulation. Self-regulation is the second pillar of emotional intelligence and is often referred to as the ability to manage your emotions effectively. While self-awareness allows you to recognize your emotions, self-regulation is about taking control of them, ensuring they don't control you. It's the difference between feeling anger and letting that anger dictate your actions. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of self-regulation, the science behind it, and practical strategies for mastering this crucial skill. Understanding self-regulation. Self-regulation is about managing your emotional responses to situations in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. It doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or ignoring them. Rather, it's about channeling them in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Imagine being in a heated argument where your natural response is to lash out in anger. Self-regulation would involve taking a moment to pause, recognize your feelings, and choose a response that's calm and measured, even if the situation is frustrating. Self-regulation also extends beyond just managing emotions like anger or frustration. It includes handling stress, maintaining focus, and staying motivated despite challenges. It's about being adaptable and flexible in the face of change, and about exercising self-discipline when faced with temptations or distractions. The science of self-regulation. Self-regulation is deeply rooted in the brain's executive functions, which are governed by the prefrontal cortex. This area of the brain is responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and impulse control. When you experience a strong emotion, the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, is activated. If left unchecked, this can lead to impulsive reactions. However, when your prefrontal cortex is engaged, it helps regulate these emotions, allowing you to respond in a way that's more aligned with your long-term goals rather than immediate impulses. Interestingly, research has shown that self-regulation can be developed and strengthened over time. Just like a muscle, the more you practice self-regulation, the better you become at it. This is where the concept of neuroplasticity comes into play, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. By consistently practicing self-regulation strategies, you can effectively rewire your brain to respond to emotional triggers in a healthier way. Fun fact: the marshmallow test. One of the most famous studies on self-regulation is the marshmallow test, conducted by psychologist Walter Mischel in the 1960s. In this experiment, children were offered a choice. They could eat one marshmallow immediately or wait 15 minutes and receive 2 marshmallows instead. The study found that the children who were able to wait tended to have better life outcomes, including higher academic achievement, better health, and greater career success. The marshmallow test illustrates the power of self-regulation. The ability to delay gratification, resist temptation, and make decisions that favor long-term benefits over short-term pleasures is a hallmark of emotional intelligence. It's a skill that, when developed, can significantly improve your quality of life. Historical anecdote: Abraham Lincoln's letter of restraint. Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered U.S. presidents, was known for his ability to exercise self-regulation, even in the face of immense pressure. One famous example is the letter of restraint he wrote but never sent to General George Meade after the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. After the battle, Lincoln was frustrated that Meade had not pursued the retreating Confederate army, which could have potentially ended the Civil War sooner. Lincoln wrote a letter expressing his disappointment and frustration, but he never sent it. Instead, he chose to exercise self-restraint, understanding that sending the letter could have demoralized Meade and harmed the war effort. This story highlights the importance of self-regulation in leadership. Lincoln's ability to manage his emotions and consider the broader impact of his actions allowed him to make decisions that were in the best interest of the country, rather than acting on impulse or emotion. Developing self-regulation, practical strategies. Mastering self-regulation requires intentional effort and practice. Here are some strategies to help you develop this crucial skill. Pause and reflect. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to practice self-regulation is to pause before reacting. When you feel a strong emotion, take a moment to breathe deeply and reflect on what you're feeling and why. This brief pause can help you avoid impulsive reactions and choose a more thoughtful response. Exercise. The next time you're in a stressful situation, take a few deep breaths and count to 10 before responding. Use this time to assess your emotions and consider how your response might align with your long-term goals. This practice can help you develop greater control over your emotional responses. Reframe your thoughts. Cognitive reframing is a technique used to change the way you perceive a situation. By shifting your perspective, you can alter your emotional response. For example, instead of thinking, "This is the worst thing that could happen," try reframing it to, "This is a challenge that I can overcome." Exercise. Identify a situation that regularly triggers a negative emotional response in you. Write down your usual thoughts about the situation, and then practice reframing those thoughts in a more positive or constructive way. Over time, this can help you develop a more balanced emotional response. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present in the moment and observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, you can increase your awareness of your emotional triggers and develop greater control over your reactions. Exercise. Incorporate a daily mindfulness practice into your routine. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. As you breathe, observe any thoughts or emotions that arise without trying to change them. Simply notice them and let them pass. This practice can help you develop greater emotional regulation over time. Set clear boundaries. Setting boundaries is an essential part of self-regulation. It involves knowing your limits and communicating them clearly to others. By setting boundaries, you can protect your emotional well-being and prevent situations that may lead to stress or overwhelm. Exercise. Identify an area in your life where you feel stretched too thin or emotionally drained. Reflect on what boundaries you could set to protect your well-being. This might involve saying no to additional responsibilities, limiting your exposure to certain people, or setting aside time for self-care. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that you can develop your abilities through effort and learning. By adopting a growth mindset, you can view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats, which can help you regulate your emotions more effectively. Exercise. The next time you face a setback, consciously choose to view it as a learning opportunity rather than a failure. Reflect on what you can learn from the experience and how it can help you grow. Over time, this shift in mindset can help you build resilience and improve your emotional regulation. Wisdom quote: harnessing emotional control. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Plato. This quote, by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, emphasizes the importance of self-regulation. To lead others effectively, you must first master yourself. By learning to control your emotions and actions, you can become a more effective leader and a more balanced individual. The impact of self-regulation on your life. Mastering self-regulation can have a profound impact on your personal and professional life. It allows you to navigate challenges with grace and composure, build stronger relationships, and achieve your goals with greater focus and determination. When you can regulate your emotions, you're better equipped to handle stress, maintain a positive outlook, and make decisions that align with your values. Self-regulation also plays a crucial role in leadership. Leaders who can manage their emotions are better able to inspire and motivate others, create a positive work environment, and make sound decisions under pressure. By developing self-regulation, you not only enhance your own well-being, but also positively influence those around you. In essence, self-regulation is a superpower that can transform your life. It empowers you to take control of your emotions, respond to challenges with resilience, and lead with confidence and integrity. As you continue to develop this skill, you'll find that you're better equipped to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Chapter 4. Building empathy, the key to understanding others. Empathy is often described as the heart of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and to see the world from their perspective. While self-awareness and self-regulation are inward-focused, empathy requires us to look outward and connect with others on a deeper level. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of empathy, the science behind it, and practical strategies for developing this essential skill. The power of empathy. Empathy is a powerful tool for building strong, meaningful relationships. When we empathize with others, we acknowledge their emotions, validate their experiences, and foster a sense of connection. This connection is the foundation of trust, collaboration, and effective communication. Without empathy, relationships become superficial, misunderstandings multiply, and conflict arises more easily. Empathy also enhances our ability to navigate complex social situations. By understanding the emotions and perspectives of others, we can anticipate their needs, respond appropriately, and avoid unnecessary friction. This ability to read social cues and respond empathetically is crucial in both personal and professional contexts. Empathy isn't just about being kind or compassionate, it's about truly understanding another person's experience and responding in a way that meets their emotional needs. It's what allows us to offer support to a friend in need, to resolve conflicts peacefully, and to lead with compassion. The science of empathy. Empathy is not just a feel-good concept, it's rooted in neuroscience. The human brain is equipped with mirror neurons, which fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action. These neurons help us understand and mimic the emotions and behaviors of others, essentially allowing us to feel what they are feeling. Research has shown that empathy activates several regions of the brain, including the anterior insula and the anterior cingulate cortex, which are involved in emotional processing and decision-making. This neurological basis for empathy suggests that our brains are wired for connection and that empathy is an inherent part of being human. Interestingly, empathy can be cultivated and strengthened over time. Just as with self-regulation, practicing empathy can lead to changes in the brain that make us more attuned to the emotions of others. This means that, with intentional effort, anyone can become more empathetic. Fun fact: the empathy advantage. Did you know that empathy can actually improve your problem-solving skills? A study conducted at Northwestern University found that individuals who practice empathy are better at generating creative solutions to problems. By considering multiple perspectives and understanding the needs of others, empathetic people can think more flexibly and come up with innovative ideas. This empathy-driven approach to problem-solving is a valuable asset in both personal and professional settings. Historical anecdote: Eleanor Roosevelt's empathy in action. Eleanor Roosevelt, one of the most influential first ladies in American history, is a shining example of empathy in action. During the Great Depression, she traveled across the country to visit struggling communities, listen to their stories, and advocate for their needs. Her ability to connect with people from all walks of life and to understand their struggles allowed her to push for policies that genuinely addressed the hardships of the American people. One famous anecdote illustrates her deep empathy. During a visit to a coal mine, she noticed that the miners were reluctant to speak openly about their grievances in front of their boss. Sensing their discomfort, she took the initiative to ask the mine owner to step out, creating a safe space for the miners to share their concerns. This small act of empathy not only gained their trust, but also led to meaningful changes in their working conditions. Eleanor Roosevelt's legacy demonstrates that empathy is not just a personal virtue, but a powerful force for social change. Her ability to understand and connect with others on an emotional level made her an effective advocate for justice and equality. Developing empathy, practical strategies. Empathy is a skill that can be developed with practice. Here are some strategies to help you build empathy in your everyday life. Active listening. One of the most effective ways to practice empathy is through active listening. This means fully engaging with the person you're speaking to, paying attention to their words, tone, and body language, and responding thoughtfully. Exercise. The next time you have a conversation with someone, practice active listening by putting away distractions like your phone, maintaining eye contact, and reflecting on what the other person is saying. After they've finished speaking, summarize their key points and acknowledge their emotions. This practice will help you become more attuned to the feelings and needs of others. Perspective taking. Empathy involves seeing the world from someone else's perspective. This requires stepping outside of your own experiences and considering how someone else might feel in a given situation. Exercise. When faced with a conflict or misunderstanding, take a moment to consider the other person's perspective. Ask yourself questions like, what might they be feeling right now, or what experiences might have led them to think or act this way. This practice can help you respond with greater understanding and compassion. Emotional validation. Empathy isn't just about understanding someone's emotions, it's also about validating them. This means acknowledging the other person's feelings and letting them know that their emotions are valid, even if you don't agree with their perspective. Exercise. The next time someone shares their feelings with you, practice emotional validation by saying something like, I can see why you'd feel that way, or it makes sense that you're upset. This simple act of validation can help the other person feel heard and supported. Cultivating curiosity. Curiosity is a key component of empathy. By being genuinely interested in the experiences and emotions of others, you can deepen your understanding of their perspectives. Exercise. Make it a habit to ask open-ended questions that encourage others to share more about their experiences. For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" try asking, "What was the most interesting part of your day?" This practice can help you gain insights into the other person's emotions and experiences. Mindful empathy. Mindfulness, the practice of being present and aware in the moment, can also enhance your empathy. By staying present during interactions with others, you can better understand their emotions and respond more thoughtfully. Exercise. During your next conversation, practice mindful empathy by focusing on the present moment. Notice the other person's facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language. Pay attention to your own emotional responses as well. This practice can help you stay connected and empathetic in your interactions. Wisdom quote. The essence of empathy. Empathy is about finding echoes of another person in yourself. Mohsen Hamid. This quote beautifully captures the essence of empathy. It's about recognizing that despite our differences, we all share common human experiences and emotions. By finding these echoes within ourselves, we can connect more deeply with others and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. The impact of empathy on your life. Empathy has a profound impact on every aspect of your life. In personal relationships, it fosters deeper connections, enhances communication, and strengthens bonds. When you practice empathy, you become more attuned to the needs and emotions of your loved ones, which leads to more fulfilling and harmonious relationships. In the workplace, empathy is a key component of effective leadership. Leaders who demonstrate empathy are better able to understand the needs and motivations of their team members, which leads to increased trust, loyalty, and collaboration. Empathetic leaders are also more adept at resolving conflicts and creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Moreover, empathy can enhance your own emotional well-being. When you connect with others on a deep emotional level, you experience a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Empathy allows you to be present for others, offer support, and make a positive impact in their lives. This, in turn, enriches your own life and contributes to a sense of meaning and satisfaction. In essence, empathy is not just a skill, it's a way of being. It's about approaching the world with an open heart, a curious mind, and a genuine desire to understand and connect with others. As you continue to cultivate empathy, you'll find that your relationships become richer, your interactions more meaningful, and your life more deeply connected to the world around you. Chapter 5. Harnessing Motivation, Driving Yourself Forward. Motivation is the engine that propels us towards our goals, fuels our ambitions, and helps us overcome obstacles. In the context of emotional intelligence, motivation refers to our intrinsic desire to achieve, improve, and persevere in the face of challenges. This chapter delves into the essence of motivation, the science behind it, and practical strategies to cultivate and sustain it in your daily life. Understanding motivation. Motivation is more than just a fleeting feeling or a momentary surge of enthusiasm. It's a sustained drive that keeps us committed to our objectives. It is the inner force that pushes us to pursue our passions, develop our skills, and strive for excellence. Individuals with high emotional intelligence harness this motivation to not only achieve personal success, but also to inspire and lead others effectively. There are two primary types of motivation. Intrinsic motivation, this comes from within. It's driven by personal satisfaction, curiosity, and the joy of accomplishing a task. For example, learning a new language because you enjoy the process and cultural exploration is intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation, this is influenced by external factors such as rewards, recognition, or avoiding negative consequences. An example would be studying hard to get good grades or working overtime for a promotion. While both types of motivation play roles in our lives, cultivating intrinsic motivation is crucial for long-term fulfillment and resilience. It aligns our actions with our values and passions, making our pursuits more meaningful and satisfying. The science of motivation. Understanding the neuroscience behind motivation can help us leverage it more effectively. Dopamine, often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter, plays a significant role in motivation. It is released when we anticipate or experience something rewarding, reinforcing behaviors and encouraging us to repeat them. The mesolimbic dopamine pathway, also known as the reward pathway, is central to how we process motivation and pleasure. When we set goals and work towards them, this pathway is activated, releasing dopamine and creating feelings of enjoyment and satisfaction. This biochemical process not only makes us feel good, but also reinforces goal-oriented behavior. Moreover, the self-determination theory, SDT, developed by psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan, emphasizes that motivation is driven by three innate psychological needs. Autonomy, the need to feel in control of our own behaviors and goals. Competence, the need to gain mastery and understanding over tasks. Relatedness, the need to feel a sense of belonging and connection with others. When these needs are met, individuals experience enhanced motivation, performance, and well-being. Fun fact, the Pygmalion effect. The Pygmalion effect illustrates how expectations can influence performance and motivation. Named after a Greek mythological figure who fell in love with a statue he carved, this psychological phenomenon suggests that higher expectations lead to an increase in performance. In a classic study by Robert Rosenthal and Lenore Jacobson, teachers were told that certain students were intellectual bloomers based on test results, which were actually randomly assigned. By the end of the study, these students showed significant improvement in academic performance compared to their peers. The teacher's positive expectations subconsciously influenced their behavior towards these students, providing them with more encouragement and support, which in turn boosted the students' motivation and performance. This effect highlights the power of positive expectations and belief in oneself and others as a motivator for success. Historical anecdote: Thomas Edison's resilient motivation. Thomas Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, exemplified relentless motivation and perseverance. He is famously known for inventing the light bulb, but what's less known is the number of failures he encountered before achieving success. Edison conducted over 1,000 experiments before creating a functional light bulb. When questioned about his numerous failures, he famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His unwavering motivation and resilience stemmed from an intrinsic desire to innovate and contribute to society. Edison's story teaches us that steadfast motivation, coupled with persistence, can lead to groundbreaking achievements, even in the face of repeated failures. Developing and sustaining motivation, practical strategies. Building and maintaining motivation is a continuous process that requires intentional effort. Here are some practical strategies to help you harness and sustain your motivation. Set clear and achievable goals. Exercise. Use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, to set your goals. For instance, instead of saying, "I want to get fit," set a goal like, "I will run 3 miles 3 times a week for the next 2 months." Clear goals provide direction and a roadmap to follow, making it easier to stay motivated and track progress. Connect goals to personal values. Exercise. Identify your core values and ensure your goals align with them. Write down why achieving each goal is important to you and how it reflects your values. When your goals resonate with your personal values, they become more meaningful, enhancing intrinsic motivation. Break tasks into manageable steps. Exercise. Divide larger goals into smaller, actionable tasks. Create a checklist and celebrate small victories along the way. This approach prevents overwhelm and provides a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step, maintaining momentum and motivation. Visualize success. Exercise. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving your goals. Imagine the feelings, environment, and outcomes associated with your success. Visualization strengthens your commitment to your goals and prepares your mind to recognize and seize opportunities that lead to success. Surround yourself with positive influences. Exercise. Engage with people who support and encourage your goals. Join groups or communities that share similar aspirations. Positive social environments reinforce motivation through support, accountability, and shared experiences. Practice self-compassion. Exercise. Acknowledge setbacks without harsh self-criticism. Treat yourself with kindness and use failures as learning opportunities. Self-compassion fosters resilience, helping you to recover from setbacks and maintain motivation over the long term. Reward yourself. Exercise. Set up a reward system for achieving milestones. Rewards can be small, like taking a relaxing break, or larger, like treating yourself to something you enjoy. Rewards reinforce positive behavior and provide additional motivation to continue progressing towards your goals. Wisdom quote: embracing inner drive. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Zig Ziglar. This quote, by motivational speaker Zig Ziglar, underscores the importance of continuously nurturing our motivation. Just as daily habits maintain our physical health, consistent practices and mindsets sustain our motivation, driving us towards our goals and aspirations. The impact of motivation on your life. Harnessing motivation profoundly affects various aspects of your life. Personal growth. Motivated individuals are more likely to pursue learning opportunities, develop new skills, and engage in activities that foster self-improvement. Career success. Motivation drives productivity, creativity, and resilience in the workplace, leading to better performance, recognition, and advancement. Relationships. Motivated people tend to have a positive outlook, which enhances their interactions and relationships with others. Well-being. Pursuing meaningful goals and experiencing progress contributes to a sense of fulfillment and happiness. In cultivating motivation, you empower yourself to take control of your life's direction, overcome obstacles, and achieve your aspirations. Remember, motivation is not a constant state, but a dynamic force that requires regular attention and nurturing. By implementing the strategies discussed in this chapter and integrating them into your daily routine, you can build a resilient and enduring sense of motivation that will drive you towards success and fulfillment. As you continue to develop your emotional intelligence, let motivation be the fuel that propels you forward, transforming challenges into opportunities and dreams into reality. Chapter 6: Building Strong Social Skills. Social skills are the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, enabling us to communicate effectively, build meaningful relationships, and navigate the complex web of human interactions. In this chapter, We'll explore the significance of social skills, delve into techniques for enhancing your communication, and learn how to forge genuine connections that enrich both your personal and professional life. The importance of social skills in emotional intelligence. Social skills are more than just the ability to chat comfortably at a party or get along with colleagues. They are fundamental to how we interact with the world around us. Strong social skills help us understand others' emotions, respond appropriately, and influence social dynamics positively. They allow us to resolve conflicts, collaborate effectively, and inspire others, making them essential in both personal relationships and professional environments. Emotional intelligence, A, encompasses several competencies, with social skills being one of the most crucial. Individuals with high A are often adept at managing relationships, understanding social nuances, and fostering an environment of trust and cooperation. These abilities are vital in leadership, teamwork, and even in casual social interactions. Research has shown that social skills can significantly impact success in various areas of life. For instance, the ability to communicate effectively and build strong networks can open doors to new opportunities, enhance career prospects, and create a supportive social circle that contributes to overall well-being. Techniques for improving communication. Effective communication is the bedrock of strong social skills. It involves not just speaking clearly, but also listening attentively, understanding nonverbal cues, and expressing oneself assertively without being aggressive. Here are some key techniques to enhance your communication. Active listening. What it is. Active listening is the practice of fully concentrating on what the speaker is saying, understanding their message, responding thoughtfully, and remembering the conversation. How to practice it. Make eye contact, nod in acknowledgement, and refrain from interrupting. Reflect back what the speaker has said by paraphrasing, "So, what you're saying is," to confirm understanding. This shows that you value the speaker's input and helps to clarify any misunderstandings. Why it matters. Active listening builds trust and shows respect, which are essential for any meaningful interaction. It also ensures that you fully grasp the conversation, leading to more effective communication. Body language. What it is. Nonverbal communication or body language includes facial expressions, gestures, posture, and eye contact. These signals often convey more than words. How to practice it. Maintain an open posture, uncrossed arms and legs, use appropriate facial expressions, and ensure your gestures complement your words. Eye contact should be consistent but not overwhelming, creating a connection without making the other person uncomfortable. Why it matters. Positive body language reinforces your spoken message and can help to convey confidence, empathy, and engagement. It also helps you read others' emotions and respond accordingly. Assertiveness. What it is. Assertiveness is the ability to express your thoughts, feelings, and needs directly and respectfully without infringing on others' rights. How to practice it. Use I statements, e.g., "I feel," instead of "you always." Be clear and specific about your needs or boundaries and remain calm and composed even when discussing difficult topics. Why it matters. Assertiveness helps you communicate your needs effectively while maintaining respect for others. It's a crucial skill for setting boundaries, resolving conflicts, and maintaining healthy relationships. Building rapport and networking effectively. Building rapport is the foundation of strong relationships. Whether in a professional setting or personal life, establishing a connection with others is key to creating trust and fostering collaboration. Here are some strategies to build rapport and network effectively. Find common ground. What it is. Discovering shared interests, values, or experiences with others creates a natural connection. How to practice it. During conversations, ask open-ended questions that encourage others to share their thoughts and experiences. Listen for cues that indicate common interests or mutual goals, and use these as a basis for further discussion. Why it matters. Common ground makes interactions more engaging and creates a sense of camaraderie, making it easier to build trust and cooperation. Show genuine interest. What it is. Demonstrating sincere curiosity about others' lives, opinions, and feelings. How to practice it. Ask thoughtful questions, listen actively, and respond with empathy. Avoid interrupting or steering the conversation back to yourself too quickly. Why it matters: people appreciate feeling heard and valued. Showing genuine interest in others strengthens relationships and makes you a more likable and influential communicator. Be authentic. What it is: being true to yourself and expressing your thoughts and feelings honestly. How to practice it: share your opinions and experiences without pretending to be someone you're not. However, ensure your authenticity is balanced with respect and empathy for others. Why it matters: authenticity builds trust and respect. When people perceive you as genuine, they are more likely to open up and reciprocate, leading to deeper connections. Follow up. What it is: maintaining contact after an initial meeting to keep the relationship alive. How to practice it: send a quick message or email after meeting someone new, referencing your conversation or simply expressing your pleasure in meeting them. Regularly check in with your network to nurture these connections. Why it matters: following up shows that you value the relationship and are invested in its continuation, which is crucial for long-term networking success. Fun fact: social skills can be learned. Contrary to popular belief, social skills are not solely innate, they can be developed and refined over time. While some people may naturally be more outgoing or empathetic, everyone can improve their social skills with practice and effort. This means that no matter where you start, you have the potential to enhance your ability to connect with others and build strong relationships. Wisdom quote: "The power of relationships. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people." Theodore Roosevelt. This quote from Theodore Roosevelt underscores the significance of social skills in achieving success. No matter how talented or knowledgeable you are, your ability to connect with others, communicate effectively, and build strong relationships is often the deciding factor in your success. Historical anecdote: Eleanor Roosevelt's diplomatic prowess. Eleanor Roosevelt, one of the most influential first ladies in American history, was a master of social skills and diplomacy. Despite initially being shy and reserved, she developed into a confident and effective communicator, using her platform to advocate for human rights and social justice. As the First Lady, Eleanor frequently hosted press conferences, engaging with female reporters and advocating for women's rights. Her ability to connect with diverse groups of people made her a beloved figure in the U.S. and abroad. Her diplomatic skills were further showcased in her work with the United Nations, where she served as the chair of the UN Commission on Human Rights. Eleanor's ability to build rapport, listen actively, and communicate assertively played a crucial role in drafting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a landmark document that continues to impact global human rights today. Eleanor Roosevelt's journey from a shy individual to a global diplomat illustrates the transformative power of developing strong social skills. Her legacy serves as a reminder that anyone can cultivate these abilities and make a meaningful impact on the world. Practical exercise: networking with intent. To put these concepts into practice, engage in a networking activity with the goal of building genuine connections. Here's how. Identify an event or group. Choose a networking event, social gathering, or online community that aligns with your interests or professional goals. Set a goal. Decide on a specific objective, such as meeting 3 new people, finding a mentor, or simply learning something new. Use the techniques. Practice active listening, show genuine interest, and find common ground with the people you meet. Remember to be authentic and assertive in your interactions. Follow up. After the event, follow up with at least one person you connected with. Send a message or email referencing your conversation and expressing your interest in staying in touch. This exercise will help you apply the social skills discussed in this chapter, improving your ability to network effectively and build lasting relationships. Building strong social skills is a lifelong journey that enhances every aspect of your life. By improving your communication, cultivating genuine connections, and learning from the examples of influential figures like Eleanor Roosevelt, you can develop the social intelligence necessary to navigate the complexities of human interactions with confidence and grace. As you continue to refine these skills, remember that the key to success often lies not in what you know, but in how well you can connect with others. By mastering the art of social interaction, you can unlock new opportunities, build meaningful relationships, and create a more fulfilling and successful life. Chapter 7: Integrating Emotional Intelligence into Daily Life. Emotional intelligence is not just a concept to be understood in theory, it's a practical skill set that can be integrated into every aspect of daily life. By applying emotional intelligence principles in both personal and professional contexts, you can enhance your decision-making, improve relationships, and lead a more fulfilling life. In this chapter, we'll explore how to weave emotional intelligence into your daily routine, making it a natural and impactful part of who you are. How emotional intelligence enhances decision-making and problem-solving. Decision-making is a daily activity that ranges from minor choices, like what to have for breakfast, to significant life decisions, like changing careers. Emotional intelligence plays a critical role in this process by helping you balance logic and emotion. Self-awareness in decision-making. Being aware of your emotions allows you to understand how they influence your decisions. For instance, making decisions when angry or stressed can lead to impulsive choices. By recognizing these emotions, you can take a step back, assess the situation, and make more rational decisions. Example: suppose you're offered a new job. While the excitement might push you to accept immediately, emotional intelligence encourages you to evaluate the long-term implications, considering factors like work-life balance, job satisfaction, and career goals. Empathy in problem solving. Empathy allows you to consider the perspectives of others involved in a situation, leading to more inclusive and effective solutions. It helps you to understand the needs and concerns of others, which can be crucial in resolving conflicts or making decisions that affect a group. Example: in a team setting, if there's a disagreement on the direction of a project, using empathy can help you understand the concerns of all team members, leading to a solution that everyone can support. Emotional regulation for clarity. Emotional regulation, the ability to manage your emotions, ensures that your feelings don't cloud your judgment. This clarity is essential in high-pressure situations where quick and effective decisions are required. Example: in a crisis, staying calm and focused can help you analyze the problem logically, leading to more effective and timely solutions. Balancing emotional intelligence in leadership and teamwork. Leadership and teamwork are areas where emotional intelligence truly shines. Whether you're leading a team or collaborating with others, integrating emotional intelligence can enhance communication, foster trust, and drive success. Leadership with emotional intelligence. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are adept at understanding their team's emotions, motivating others, and creating a positive work environment. They balance authority with empathy, making them approachable and effective. Historical anecdote: Winston Churchill's leadership. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister during World War II, is a prime example of a leader who used emotional intelligence to inspire a nation during its darkest hours. Churchill understood the power of emotion in leadership, using stirring speeches to boost morale and resilience. His empathy and understanding of the public's fears allowed him to communicate with compassion while also projecting strength and determination. His leadership was not just about making decisions, it was about connecting with the people he led, making them feel heard and valued even in the face of adversity. Teamwork and emotional intelligence. In a team, emotional intelligence fosters collaboration and reduces conflict. Team members who are emotionally intelligent can navigate the complexities of group dynamics, leading to more harmonious and productive teamwork. Example: during a project, a team member might feel overwhelmed with their tasks. A teammate with high emotional intelligence would notice the stress and offer help, or suggest a reallocation of tasks, preventing burnout and ensuring the team's overall success. Balancing authority with empathy. Leaders must often make tough decisions that may not be popular. Balancing authority with empathy means acknowledging the impact of these decisions on others while still making choices that serve the greater good. Example: if a company faces financial difficulties, a leader might need to implement cost-cutting measures. By communicating the reasons behind these decisions with transparency and compassion, the leader can maintain trust and morale even in difficult times. The role of emotional intelligence in personal relationships and well-being. Emotional intelligence is just as vital in personal relationships as it is in professional settings. It enhances your ability to connect with others, manage conflicts, and nurture healthy, supportive relationships. Enhancing personal relationships. Emotional intelligence allows you to understand and respond to the emotions of your loved ones. It helps you to communicate effectively, show empathy, and build deeper connections. Example: in a relationship, disagreements are inevitable. An emotionally intelligent person can navigate these conflicts with empathy and understanding, leading to constructive discussions rather than arguments. Managing personal well-being. Emotional intelligence also contributes to your mental and emotional well-being. By recognizing and managing your emotions, you can reduce stress, improve your mood, and maintain a positive outlook on life. Example: if you're feeling overwhelmed by work, emotional intelligence helps you recognize the signs of stress and take proactive steps, such as seeking support or practicing relaxation techniques, to maintain your well-being. Balancing emotional and logical thinking. In personal life, balancing emotion and logic is crucial for making decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. Emotional intelligence ensures that your decisions are not purely emotional, but are informed by both your feelings and rational thought. Example: deciding to move to a new city for a job might involve both the excitement of a new opportunity and the fear of leaving behind friends and family. Emotional intelligence helps you weigh these emotions against the practical benefits and challenges, leading to a well-rounded decision. Fun facts: the impact of high emotional intelligence. Job performance. Research shows that individuals with high emotional intelligence tend to perform better in the workplace. They are more adaptable, better at managing stress, and more likely to excel in leadership roles. Leadership success. Emotional intelligence is a strong predictor of leadership success. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are more likely to inspire their teams, manage conflicts effectively, and create a positive work culture. Wisdom quote: "The intersection of heart and head. Emotional intelligence is not the triumph of heart over head. It is the unique intersection of both." David Caruso. This quote by David Caruso captures the essence of emotional intelligence. It's not about letting emotions rule your decisions or suppressing them entirely. It's about finding that crucial balance where both heart and head work together harmoniously. This intersection is where true wisdom and effective decision-making occur. Practical exercise: creating an emotional intelligence action plan. To fully integrate emotional intelligence into your daily life, it's essential to have a plan. Here's how you can create an action plan to incorporate emotional intelligence practices into your routine. Assess your current emotional intelligence. Reflect on your current emotional intelligence strengths and areas for improvement. Consider how well you manage your emotions, how empathetic you are in interactions, and how effectively you communicate. Set specific goals. Based on your assessment, set specific, measurable goals for improving your emotional intelligence. For example, you might aim to practice active listening in all conversations or to manage stress more effectively through mindfulness. Identify daily practices. Incorporate daily practices that support your emotional intelligence goals. These could include journaling your emotions, practicing mindfulness, setting aside time for self-reflection, or seeking feedback from others on your emotional interactions. Monitor your progress. Regularly review your progress toward your emotional intelligence goals. Adjust your action plan as needed and celebrate your successes along the way. Seek support. Consider seeking support from a coach, mentor, or peer group focused on emotional intelligence. Sharing your journey with others can provide valuable insights and encouragement. By creating and following this action plan, you can make emotional intelligence a natural part of your daily life, leading to better decision-making, stronger relationships, and greater overall well-being. Integrating emotional intelligence into daily life is not a one-time effort, it's an ongoing process of growth and self-improvement. By applying emotional intelligence principles in decision-making, leadership, teamwork, and personal relationships, you can enhance your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. As you continue on this journey, remember that emotional intelligence is a powerful tool that, when used wisely, can transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. By balancing emotion and logic, leading with empathy and building meaningful connections, you are truly developing your superpower.